This year, IPE joined with IFE and AMI for a rebranded event named IPPE. The show not only had a new name but also a new concept, covering the chain from farm to fork. All phases of the poultry, feed and meat industry were represented, from live production and processing to further processing and packaging. Incorporating a large exhibition floor space covering 40,000 square metres, the event welcomed over 1,000 exhibitors. Although attendance was high and the mood was good, a difficult year was definitely hanging in the minds of the industry.
All one has to do is look at what the price of corn and grain has been this past year, and all of the industries that we represent here have been impacted by it. But remarkably, we've been able to weather the storm fairly well. The poultry industry in the United States is holding its own. It's not losing a lot of money, it's not making a lot of money, but they've learned to adapt to higher feed prices. We're hoping that we get good weather this spring, that the crop is abundant and the prices fall, obviously. And if that's the case, we're going to be in very good shape.
The event also gave an opportunity for speakers to address topics affecting the industry, with various platforms on offer to do so. One topic that was given particular attention was antibiotics.
What I talked about today was a strategy that FDA is moving forward on related to assuring the judicious use of antimicrobial drugs in food-producing animals, particularly those drugs that we consider medically important. And really the key to what we're moving forward with is a voluntary strategy that we're working in collaboration with the pharmaceutical industry, with producers, with veterinarians here in the U.S. To basically move towards phasing out the use of medically important antimicrobial drugs in food-producing animals for growth promotion type purposes and limiting their use to those uses that are necessary for ensuring animal health, including the treatment, control, or prevention of disease, and also at the same time phasing in veterinary oversight of those products. So those steps we think are important in terms of helping to mitigate the overall risk of antimicrobial resistance and its potential impacts on public health.
More than 25,000 visitors filled the halls across the 3-day duration of the show, many looking for new products on display.
In keeping with some of the economic trends, there haven't been a lot of innovations, particularly in the poultry side, but obviously everybody is eagerly looking at both enriched and enrichable cages because of the welfare considerations. We're looking at LED lighting because of sustainability and energy saving, and above all we're looking at anything that can reduce costs, whether in feed, additives or packaging.
Although many products on display had already been highlighted at Eurotier last November, some companies chose IPE to launch their products on the American market.
The Horizon Control is the latest control from Valco that we're launching for the worldwide market this year, 2013, at the IPPE show. We launched it in the Americas in 2012, doing a pilot run to be able to work out all of the last of the pieces and parts to really make it the most user-friendly control on the market. One of the things that we've been looking to expand into, we've already got a very good watering system, we have a very good feeding system with the Fuse Pro line. The last big frontier is controlling the environment for the birds in the barn, and doing that, all the complexities associated with it, in the simplest manner possible, so that it's the least hassle and the least effort for someone to adopt it, whether they're at the grower level, at the dealer level installing them and servicing them, or at the integrator level actually sending their service techs around from the genetics companies or from the end purchaser of the meat to be able to check up on the barn, work with the barn, and fine-tune the barn to be able to give the best environment for the birds, to really work with the birds and work with their genetic capability to get the most out of it.
Hatchery companies had a clear presence at the show and were eager to display their latest developments.
Platform is introducing here, is launching for the first time its new hatcher, the Smart Pro. The Smart Pro hatcher has integrated cooling in the aluminium anodized walls. The aluminium anodized allows for any kind of cleaning material to clean the machine with. We have newly integrated the V-belt drive into the back panel of the machine. It means that it's easy to clean. With high pressure you can clean it everywhere. The controller is the new Smart Touch. That's a touch controller. And on the back side of the controller we have an integrated sensor box for humidity and CO2. That's a novelty because that allows for high pressure cleaning inside the machine without damaging the sensors of the machine.
The event also proved that the need for development and enthusiasm is still present.
How do we feed 9 billion people and have less pollution? How do we feed 9 billion people and have more wellness? Well, the gene chip tells us how. This is not genetic engineering. This is turning on and turning off certain genes. The genes of efficiency, the genes of meat quality, the genes of mortality and fertility. Big major change, and I think a lot of people around at this year's Poultry show are very excited by it.
This year the IPE celebrated its 65-year anniversary and acknowledged long-standing exhibitors. As the show closed on Thursday, when all tips and tricks had been passed on, the organisers looked forward to continued collaboration for the event.
What we've done is we've entered into agreement that we all own, theoretically, our own shows, IPE, IME, and IFE. And it's a spirit of cooperation. We work together as partners, and AMI has indicated a willingness to give this several years to see how it grows.